Hello, welcome back to Conant Reacts. Today I will be doing something a little bit different. Rather than listening and reacting to a song by an artist, I will be reacting to multiple artists with and without Autotune. If you enjoy this style of video, please do feel free to let me know in the comments, as well as in any of my social medias. I will be leaving the links for all of those in the description. But without any further ado, let's just get straight into this video. Cue the intro. Okay, I don't like Ariana Grande, so I'm curious to know how different her voice is. Huge difference just from the start. Wow, that's awful. There's such a big difference. Her voice is good, but there's a big difference. It's pretty bad. It's not bad though. Like, it's not terrible, but you can hear the difference. Okay. I've said it a numerous amount of times just filming this video and going back trying to figure out how to say it. But Demi Lovato has an amazing voice. I've watched a lot of her live stuff, and normally when people put these compilations together, they put her, for whatever reason, they show a bad clip. So for this video, I'm hoping that they show a good one, because I know she's got a kick-ass voice without Autotune, because I've heard her sing in videos and stuff before. I've never seen her live. I've never seen really anyone live other than a few small bands and Big Wreck. So I'm curious to see how different her studio Autotune voice is and her non-Autotune voice is. And I love this song too. No one does this as good as Demi will. Like, no one can sing as good as she can with the style of music she does. It almost sounded like she was struggling to get those notes out. And then right at the last, note that she's doing right now, you can really tell that her voice kind of strained a little bit, but now she's doing the note and the run perfectly. So I know, like, Autotune is typically used to fix any errors an artist makes, so that way the notes aren't flat and the notes are actually, to the right pitch and stuff. So that's where I feel like in something like this clip right now, that's where they would fix it, that's where they would use it, right? But like I said earlier, Demi usually has like a really good voice without Autotune, and this clip just cemented that for me. Like, her voice is amazing. She just, like, that run's really good. Okay, so when I was younger, I had this obsession with Justin Bieber's music. I fell out of it, and then now I've slowly started to like some more of his stuff. This song was, I think, the first one I listened to that got me liking his music again. And I don't think I've really listened to any Autotune, non-Autotune things that he's done. So I'm curious because I've never really taken the time to invest in how he sounds without it, so I hope it's not terrible. This was a good song too. What's happening in the video? If you feel you're sinking, I will jump right over. You can hear a few differences, but really not a lot. The one thing too is I watched a video by a guy named Tristan Paredes. I don't know how to say his name. He's a vocal coach, and there's a video of him reacting to this song.
So, do you see what I'm saying? One of them, he goes a little bit, he winds up going a little bit flat, which is okay, by the way. Live performance, it happens. Trust me, it happens to me all the time. I don't need...
But there's two versions of it. There's the one where they've actually gone in and edited it, so that way any blemishes are fixed. And then there's the actual version where you can hear a lot more errors. So I don't know if this one is truly without Autotune, because even just that your part was pretty much identical to the music video one. And I know in the other video that Tristan had reacted to, the your part just right now, in the non-edited, fully live lounge video, he went super flat. So I don't think that this is truly without Autotune in this clip. So it's hard to judge this one. That part you can judge because you can tell that was flat. Yeah, like this sounds pretty well identical. So I don't know if it's the one that is without it or not. Taylor Swift is one of my biggest celebrity crushes, along with a few. I have a list of celebrity crushes. Her music has always been really good, and I know she's got a really good voice because I've seen a lot of her. I watched her Grammy performance and stuff, and I've watched other concert videos. So I know without Autotune, her voice is really good. So I'm curious again if the clip that they're going to show is one that's going to be kind of rough on her voice. Okay, so big difference here because the first thing, she's playing the guitar and the guitar sounds louder than her voice, and she's in a much different environment than what she would have been in a studio. So taking that into consideration, without Autotune, her voice sounds really different here, but you got to keep in mind the situation that she's in as well and her surroundings. But as I said, I do think that there's a big difference in this clip compared to her actual song. But her voice is still really good considering the Autotune things. Her voice here though is a little bit more laid back because of the environment, right? You don't have to belt out as much. And I feel like with this one it's a more intimate thing, so she's not, trying to overpower the audience with her voice. So I think that's another big difference. The song's so old. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Okay, that's awful. That's terrifying. So, first of all, this is on some news station, so they're probably not even giving her proper equipment to use. They're outside. She's jumping around like a lunatic. So this is just really bad because she's not using any control with her breathing. and she's running around the stage trying to get whatever it is she's trying to get out of this performance. I feel like she could have done way, way better if she wasn't trying to overexert herself right now. Like, you don't need to do all this on stage to tire yourself out this easily. I can't even listen to it. It's awful. The thing about that Katy Perry clip too is the instruments sounded almost non-existent there. So I'm wondering if there was like an editing thing so that they would enhance her voice and not the instruments. It could also be my headphones because I have the volume turned down on the headphones themselves. But from what I heard there, it sounded really, really different. But I'm going to go back so I can actually listen to it again with the headphones all the way up. No, the instruments are turned down. It almost sounds like someone deliberately turned down the guitar and everything. So, yeah, that's not very good. I hated this song. You gave me sweet talk, saying how I'm your lips are moving. Her voice, like, it's the same situation. It seems like they're on some kind of television network, like news station or something, and they've turned down the instruments so that her voice is louder. And it just, you can't do stuff like that and hope that it sounds good. Like, if you're gonna do it, you have to have everything the same level that they would be normally. But in terms of her voice, there really isn't too much of a difference between the actual song and her live. It sounds pretty close to the same thing. Baby, don't you know I'm done? Who's this? Oh, this is Rihanna. American oxygen. Oh boy. Every breath I breathe, chasing this American dream. We sweat. Does it, like, okay, is this video just now purposely turning down the instruments? The first half they didn't do that, and now it sounds like all the instruments are quieter. But she sounds really flat throughout all of this so far. Like, she doesn't sound like she's really trying. Like, it sounds like she's just kind of coasting by. So Autotune is definitely something that I feel like she overuses to enhance her vocals, because so far it's just running smoothly on a line. It's not going up or down or having any real increase in her voice at all. For a nickel and a dime, turn it into an empire. Whoa, breathing this feeling. Yeah, it sounds really bad. All day, all night, I'll be waiting, stand by, can't stop because I love it. Hate the way Celebrity Crush number 2 in this video. Maybe I'm addicted for life, no lie. Love you much to hide you. This love ain't finished yet. All day, all night, I'll be waiting, stand by, can't stop because I love it. Hate the way I love you. All day, all night, maybe. Why is she rushing through the song? Like, it's one song. I'm pretty sure you don't gotta rush it. Like, it sounds like she's not even giving the song the breaks that it has in the actual studio version. Like, she's just like speed talking it, and then it's super flat. Now I feel like if this was a live concert performance, it'd be way better. But on TV, there's so many different aspects to a performance. Like, she's outside again, and those mics, I can guarantee, are nothing like what they would use at an actual concert where you're in front of 50, 100, 200, maybe even 500,000 people. So in terms of, for just that aspect, I feel like Autotune in this is needed. and for her voice right now is needed. And I don't know if at a concert she sounds better or if she sounds worse. But right now, the auto-tune is definitely beyond noticeable. Like, it's scary how bad auto-tune is needed for this performance.
I'm addicted for life. No.
That was disgusting, that part.
I'm not too shy to show I love you. I got no regrets. I love you much too hide you. This love ain't finished yet.
Yeah, if I was there, I would have to close. Like, I would literally have to shoot my ears out. Lady Gaga's also really good. The funny thing too is for a long time I did not like Lady Gaga's music, but now that I'm, in my 20s, going back and listening to her music, I never actually realized how good it was. I always kind of just went, it's okay, and then never really listened to it, but going back and listening to it, it's actually pretty good. So I hope that her voice sounds good without autotune. It sounds awesome. Why am I not like... See what, like, this is a concert. So I don't know, like, I feel like the other videos where it was like performances at the on like the TV or whatever, like the studio or the news stations, is a lot different than something like this clip. So in terms of just Lady Gaga's voice, she doesn't need a lot of auto-tune. She never really has, in my opinion. I've heard a lot of her stuff live, and I like how she doesn't really do it much in this so far to change up her style compared to the studio version.
I try to make the worst seem better. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away.
They turned down the instruments again. I don't like Adele. I've never really cared for her stuff, except for Skyfall and Hello. They're like the only two songs I could really listen to by her. Yeah, Billy. Her voice is very like crackly and flat, so obviously it's probably got something to do with nerves. But again, it feels like in this she's trying to rush the song. Like there's not as much of like a gap in between the song and how it is in the studio version. So I feel like for this, like for Adele, autotune is something that she probably uses a little too much, but it's just barely on the line of too much. Ugh, that was not very good.
You were walking, you couldn't keep up, you were falling down.
That was a good run.
It's our house, we can love who we want to.
Oh, gross.
It's our song, we can sing if we want to. It's my mouth, I can say what I want to.
I don't like this Miley. I liked her older stuff, like When I Look at You, that kind of thing. Yeah, we get it. Okay, it's way different than what I thought they were going to show.
We can sing if we want to. It's my mouth, I can say what I want to. Yeah.
Okay, auto-tune is not needed for Miley whatsoever. The clip that I thought they were going to show was like the weird one where she was grinding on Robin Thicke or whatever, and her voice was just all over the place because she was doing whatever she was doing. In a controlled environment like this, she is amazing. And when she's not trying super, super hard to do a performance rather than just sing, if that makes any sense, She's got a really good voice. I've always been a fan of Miley, but not with her newer stuff, because her newer stuff is just awful. But just listening to her voice here and hearing the similarities, it's pretty interesting to know just how close the two versions sound. She's got really good vocal control. I'm curious to know about Sean because I haven't seen any of his live clips. I take that back. I haven't seen any of his live clips except for the Camila Cabello and him singing Senorita at 2 of the Grammy Award shows or something like that. And they sounded like really, really good. It sounds the exact same. That sounds like stupidly suspicious because it sounds literally the exact same. I don't hear any differences so far. Sean is definitely one of those artists that I doubt uses Autotune unless like specifically needed for one purpose. It sounds the exact same. I don't hear any differences at all. Alright, so that is the end of the video. I was really impressed with a couple, with a large majority of these artists. Selena Gomez and Katy Perry kind of blew my mind a little bit because of how bad it was. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. But again, I think that's also partially because of the environments that they were all in. Some of them were in actual large venues. Some of them were in doing a show on live television. And so I feel like that's something to consider. It's the same with how like the Genius interviews compared to a concert venue are way different in terms of the quality that you'll get. For pretty much all of these artists, I would say that Autotune is probably something they should all kind of slow down on and not use as frequently because they all sing amazingly, but I feel like they rely on the Autotune a little too much. Anyways, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to let me know in the comments. If you think I should do something similar to this in the future, also let me know in the comments or on any of my social medias. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye.
Never mind. Oh,